All right, welcome back to ARC Bakersfield. As you may know, Bakersfield will soon have a new leader at its helm of police department.
Brent Stratton, a current assistant chief, is set to take over as chief of the Bakersfield Police Department on May 1st, replacing retiring chief Greg Terry.
As Stratton steps into the role at the critical time for the city after Bakersfield saw a sharp rise in homicides this last year, and as the city faces ongoing budget challenges.
Well, Assistant Chief Stratton joining us now live to talk about his priorities for the department. Good morning. Thanks so much for being here.
Good morning. Thank you for the opportunity to be here. It's nice to be able to be here with both of you.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, right out the gate, let's just get to know you. What's your favorite color? What TV show do you like?
Right.
Favorite
Yeah,
snacks?
yeah, a little bit of everything. I like puppies and long walks on the beach. And,
all the good stuff,
all
right?
the good stuff, right? Yeah. But no, I'm born and raised in Bakersfield. I worked at our department for 22 years, worked a variety of different assignments, a lot operationally early on. Gang, SWAT, homicide, and then over the last 10 years or so worked in community relations, worked in our professional standards, internal affairs, the communication center, records, property room, and kind of the business side. In the last 6 years, I've been one of the assistant chiefs, and so it's just an honor and a privilege and a pleasure to work at the Bakersfield Police Department. I love it, live it, eat it, breathe it, and I believe in our city and our community, and it's an amazing honor to have this opportunity.
And as you're stepping into this role, bringing in your 22 years of experience, what are some of the top priorities that you really want to focus on as chief?
Yeah, you talked about a little bit on the intro is getting back to where we're seeing a reduction in homicides. Several years ago, we saw just years of increases, and we worked really hard with the implementation of our gun violence reduction strategy, and we've seen year-over-year reduction, big reductions, and working with community-based organizations to reduce the impact of gun violence. I want to be able to continue to work and bring that down. I want to be able to work on making our roadways more safe and being able to reduce some of the fatalities that we have there. I really would like to study more and see some reductions in intimate partner violence as gang-related shootings and homicides have gone down. Unfortunately, domestic violence-related homicides have taken a bigger proportional share of our homicides, and so being able to work towards studying that, working with community-based organizations and partners on intimate partner violence and seeing some reduction there is an area I'd really like to focus on.
Do you have an idea why you think maybe there was a rise?
I think so. It's been a larger proportional share of the homicide. So as we've done a good job of reducing gang-related shootings and homicides, working with community-based organizations on not only the enforcement portion and not only the intervention but the prevention piece. And so as we've seen a reduction there, that's really great. But now a bigger proportion of our homicides are domestic violence related. Part of it is some population growth, and some of it, again, just a bigger proportional share. And so we want to be able to see what we can do to look at what are the indicators and things that we can try to recognize early on, things that might be present in each of these offenses to work on some reductions.
I'm curious, because you referenced population growth and stuff, are there specific neighborhoods you're looking at that need to be worked on with crime?
Well, I will tell you that we want to be data informed in everything that we do, and so we've really made some big strides over the last several years in being able to look at crime trends and data and information, where are things coming in, and we can tell that as our city grows, I mean, it's 162 square miles that we cover. We forget how big the city of Bakersfield actually is, being the 9th largest city in the state, that we have things that can happen in every corner of our city. And so wherever things come up, that's where we want to be reflective and responsive to and be able to go and try to solve problems there. And domestic violence is really not something that impacts specific areas. Is something that touches every corner of our city.
And now, as you were talking about the city growing and trying to be in all of those places, we know the city sometimes has budget crises. How do you maintain public safety while having a tighter budget?
Sure, just like any organization has to do, we want to make sure that we're being that we're living within our means and we're staying within our budget. So we want to look at everything that we can to be as efficient and as effective as we can, still not sacrificing public safety. But it's been a really great exercise for us to be able to look at our budget and find what are the things that we can do to increase our efficiency without sacrificing our effectiveness. And so it's challenging us to look at things a little bit differently, but it's been really good, and I've got a lot of confidence in our department, our budget team, as well as within the city, that we're not going to sacrifice anything on the public safety side, and we're going to be good stewards of taxpayer dollars.
You've been with the department for 22 years. What would you do differently? You've seen some successes, obviously you've seen some failures. What is the difference between you?
Yeah, I'm really excited about where we're going to go. I think that I wouldn't see any radical departures. I'm very proud of where our department has pivoted towards, where we've moved towards our we're dedicated to constant improvement, and that's what this is just going to be moving towards constant improvement. I'm a community policing guy. I believe in our our community, we're really uniquely positioned because 100% of our people live and work here, and that's not very common in most places. And so we're members of this community. We live here, we raise our families here, we go to schools here, our kids go to schools here, we shop here, we go to churches here. And so we're members of this community. I believe in our mission statement, which is to partner with our community to protect the lives and property of the people we serve. So you're going to continue to see community partnerships. You're going to see strengthening those relationships. I want to reduce crime and increase the feeling of safety. I want to solve problems, and I want to work on enhancing and building relationships. So those are things you'll continue to see from our department, and it's just going to be an acceleration of that and moving that trajectory and moving that forward.
Now, you talked about your officers, which is great, living and working here in Bakersfield. I think that's such a huge plus because they know the area, they know the community. But when it comes to recruiting, do you think that you have enough staff, and are there plans on how you can work to recruit more?
Yeah, I'm super pleased with our recruiting plan and partnering with the city and where we've been. I don't believe that recruitment is a problem for us. Retention is an issue. We need to make sure that we are retaining our top talent, that we don't have a brain drain, that we're making sure that we're competitive, whether it be in wages or culture or whatever it is that keeps people here. We need to make sure we keep people here. We do have a normal attrition rate of losing 25 to 30 officers every year, and they're going to other agencies and other places, other states. We need to make sure that we're retaining top talent here in Bakersfield. So I am looking for ways that we can try to be able to make sure that we're retaining good people of good character that are good for our community.
Final question, leadership, twofold.
Okay.
What do you want the city to look at you as leadership? Because maybe some people in the community are like, well, I'm not a really big fan of BPD.
Right.
At the same time, you've been working with your coworkers for 22 years. Now you're the boss. How does that respect for you? Do you think that the people beneath you have respect?
Yeah, I hope that having the confidence of the community and having the confidence of the police officers that work there are not mutually exclusive. In my mind, they're not. I want our officers to feel supported. I want them to know that I love them and care about them, that I support them in the work that they do, but I also do have a standard that I expect to be met, and I do believe in accountability, and I believe they can meet it. I believe they can perform at that level, and I want to be able to have their confidence. I understand the job, I understand the challenges that they face, and but I also want our community to have confidence in me as well as in the police department. Again, I don't think these things are mutually exclusive. I believe we can do both, and so from a leadership standpoint, I don't believe I'm a different person whether I'm at work or I'm at church or I'm at school or I'm at home. I want to be the exact same person wherever I go, and so and not let there be any gap between what I say and what I do. And so from a leadership standpoint, there's really no difference in how I approach that as to how I approach any other thing that I try to lead or follow or be a part of in any other portion of my life. And so that's what I hope the community takes away from me. I hope I have their confidence. I want them to have trust and confidence in their police department, and I want that for our officers too. I want them to have their trust and confidence in me because I trust them and I have confidence in them.
That's good. All right. Well, Mr. Stratton, Chief Stratton, we should say.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats.
Thank you.
Honored to have you.
Thank you.
And if we need you for any interview down the road, can we get you on record?
I'm always in.
He's always in.
For you.
All right.
I'm always
You
in.
heard it.
He's here now.